Look at, this is like 20 minutes of circling around. Lightning works. I just want to talk about how amazing it is if you look between the cracks and crevices. Beautiful. Oh yeah, pour it in here. Inside there, see him? That's his little.
Well, I'm on the hunt. Look at this. Beautiful. Now, this is the part where I realized when he was telling me which way to go, in my head I pictured it differently. So I assumed what he said was one thing. I see some standing stones as like a marker here. Family's all waiting in the car back on the road. They don't know where I've gone, except I've gone up a road. Now it's a matter of trying to find this thing. Because in my head I pictured a cave pocket where it's just right off the road, not up the road. The old Forest Service road, which is what this is. Forest Service roads often become water service roads during water events. So you get washed out. And they've just dammed this one off so people can't use it with vehicles anymore. But now I just gotta find this place. Please, yeah, help me to find it. It's really hard. Honestly, I have an intense difficulty doing this with my young children because on one side I'm excited and I want them to be able to do this with me. On the other side, their endurance is very minimal. It's like Jacob talking to Esau, being like, for the sake of my young children and the sheep, the baby lambs, you go on ahead quicker because we must go slowly. That's how my life is. I'm wanting to go quickly on, but I know if I took them for a walk, quarter mile or a half mile, they'll be toast. Maybe a mile. We did 1.9 miles up a mountain, the highest mountain in Arkansas last week. They did all right, but there was still a lot of cold fussing and complaining, mostly from Jubilee. It makes me not want to bring them. But I realize that's not going to solve the problem. I need to build their endurance. And I also just need to learn how to scout more efficiently for them. Oh, but here I am now on a struggle bus, wanting them to come and experience these wonders, but needing it to be basically right out the door so that we can actually enjoy it. I've got a pregnant wife, small children, it's 39 degrees, it's beautiful. But I don't have wool socks for my children or the proper footwear for my wife. I know I'm failing a lot of tests on what I actually need to make sure they're properly attired and ready to go with layers. My family's been in the cold, in the warm weather for so long. They're not accustomed to the cold, especially Naomi and Jubilee. I struggle a lot with not being frustrated and angry. I just want to go and find these incredible places, and I want them to be able to enjoy it with me. Oh, I'm very conflicted. I want them to enjoy these things. I want them to have peace and love with me when we go on these adventures. But what you don't see behind the scenes is me being angry and frustrated with them because they're whining and complaining, and they make it very difficult. And I make it more difficult on them because I just want things to happen as if they are battle-trained soldiers. And they are definitely battle-trained soldiers of a different kind, but their endurance is low. Mine could be low too. Look at this. I mean, it's beautiful. There's incredible crystals here. Just trying to find the cave for treasures hidden in the Arkansas mountains. Yahweh, lead me to the cave. Please, so my family can come with me. Surely he knew. And we'd have little children, and he doesn't want us to leave them all behind. Oh, I wonder if this is how the Father feels with us constantly. It's like your endurance should be greater at this point in your life, but it's not. And I know I'm still just a child of Yah. My endurance is nil. He probably's got all kinds of treasures he wants to lead me to. But my endurance, and I whine and I complain and I grumble just like them. I've taught them how to do it. They learned it from me, in my mouth, like I'm doing right now. But do everything without complaining and arguing. So you know what? I'm going to trust that. I'm going to bring my family down this road, and he'll lead us to it together. And that's the only way it's going to work out. He's going to have to do it for us. And I have faith that he's led us these many mountains, across many rivers and many streams, so that we could experience his wonders. And that we could bring and share these treasures with the nations, so they can see that Yahweh is good, and his mercy is forever. Blessed be the name of Yahweh. Oh, and all you parents out there who know exactly what I'm talking about with the struggle bus, need to get on the LinenRailroad. The righteous acts of the people of Yah to clothe the bride of the Lamb. How lovely are the garments of glory, given to his kingdom of priests, who are called to serve Yahweh. Oh, may Yah richly bless us and supply us every one of our needs. Nicely done. Oh, that works like a backpack straps. Those work good. Well, this is this is about a dreamland picnic spot or camping. Little convergence. And you do see the road crosses here. Keep going. Now look in the water. Look carefully in the water before you muddy it. Look for any crystals. What I'm seeing is those white crystals, but look for the clear ones. I think maybe we go back up on that road though. Does it? You can see there are the white quartz crystals. We're still trying to hunt this crystal cave. We found a big cliff face up here. The big bluff here. It's nice for getting out of the wind and the shelter from the storm, but this layer of rocks is not revealed and broken open to show us a crystal cavern. However, if I look carefully, sometimes you'll see evidence of people that have been living here, the smoke that comes up here, or even paintings, hand paintings, finger paintings. But this does not seem like the treasure cave I'm looking for. But it's got a nice view. You can see them down there through the forest, down by the creek. But it's pretty slanted. You wouldn't necessarily want to live here, but it'd be an okay place to hide out. We just started taking open some of the boulders and just smashing them open. And you can see you got the sandstone with these different quartz layers running through it. Quite beautiful. This is where the sledgehammer safety goggles, and you can see inside are some perfectly clear crystals as well. Quite lovely. Quite lovely. Still no crystal cave yet. But we know we're on the trail of the Nephilim. I mean, the crystal cave. We're on the way. Look at that. We found a crystal cave! Yes! Super worth it. Dad, I'd just given up. I'd given up completely and just resorted to pounding rocks. Chelsea said, let's keep going, and the children did too. They sent them up as spies. Sure enough, they found it. Come on up, Nay. Look it, come here. Look at here. Now we got to get the rock picks and stuff because we got solid rock to get them out of. Look at this, Nay, right here. Look up, turn around. Whoa. Turn around, Naomi. Nene, turn around. Turn around. Look it. Look, no, we can get all this out. Dad brought the big chisels. And we got the big sledges. So now we're just gonna follow all those veins. Boom, all of them. They're full of mud dauber hornets. Chelsea, the hornets have been guarding the crystal.
Find the shell.
Oh. The whole thing. Nate, there's in there, Nate, the picks. There. In there. Whoa! Look at the oxygen. This is beautiful. Hold it still there. Hold it still. That's the sound of sure motivation for me.
Here, you gotta see this one now. Okay, get your
You gotta go potty? Good. Well, hold it.
Get your camera down there.
Goodness!
That pool.
All right, Shane's gotta go. Well, guess what? I found a cave of treasures. Yes! Now, inside this wall face right here, the crystals are trapped. They're bound up, just like you will be if you walk in iniquity, bound by the devil. You know how you get free? The blood of the Lamb. It's only the blood of the Lamb that'll save you and lead you on the path of life. One way in, one way out, just like this cave system. Sweet. Turns out there's 2 ways in, 2 ways out. It's a little different. But right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how I pick from behind here, because I don't want to break this thing into a million pieces. I've got my kneeling pad, which is fantastic. I highly suggest you get comfortable whenever it's moderately possible. And this is how I can help to catch that big block, Yah willing, as it drops down the face and it doesn't shatter into 4 to 6 pieces. So, goggles, chisel, sledge. I'm missing my 2-pounder. I lent it to somebody to pound steaks at Dakota. Oh, they didn't exactly return it to the lender. Oh, man. I just destroyed my shin earlier, falling down a pit. Oh, Joseph style. But you know what? This is going to be all right. You know, I think I'm about giving up. Just kidding. I've got different chisels. This one will give me a nice point here. The challenge always is finding a fracture line where we can get this section to release. The choice is, do you attack it from above or below? You can see I already have a fracture line here that I can work at, and I see somewhat of one here, but otherwise this thing just looks like a solid block of ridiculously hard sandstone. You can smell it and taste it. My goggles are fogging up. I got my linen armor on, and I wore silk just in case. These came off! Naomi! Look at that. There you go. Look, come here. Well, just take this. I'm gonna pick with the tools I got. Look at that.
I want to pick that.
Well, you're gonna have to wait your turn then, because I'm over here right now. Hold this. Hold this. I'm gonna start knocking pieces down. Okay? And they're gonna fall down into the cracks and crevices. I still recommend the pick is best. You're gonna have to put your goggles on if you're near me, because this is gonna shoot out shards of it. Keep it on. There you go. You ready? So here's another piece. This one broke off. Oh, 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 oh. This is what I mean by looking in the cracks, because as you knock them loose, look at that. They fall down. Here you go. You hold that one. Can you see it, John? Yeah. All right. See, and then you open up the ability to get to more of them. Here, hold these. Well, I found a cave of treasures. Look at You see these crystals? These are quartz crystal points. I'm inside the pocket of a cave in central Arkansas, near a place called Mount Ida. Incredible. An entire mountain made of crystals. Now, what I do, and I always recommend people, look in the cracks and the crevices where there's mud, because this, it tends to be where some of the crystals and the best treasures that have broken loose during oh man, I'm breaking rule number 1, not wearing a helmet. Now, sometimes they break loose during seismic events, and I take my pry bar. Watch out for falling debris. And you break these loose, and sometimes, look at this. Look at this. Look at, that is a beautiful crystal point. Oh, perfectly clear quartz crystals. Look at that. Booyah! Now, ow, same spot. Oh, Moses. Oh, I can taste the victory. Ouch. Tremendous amounts of pain. Sometimes that pain makes me angry, I'll be real honest. Battled a lot of anger today. I'm getting my mineral-rich soils and back guano. Really nitrogen-rich. That guano is more valuable than gold, you know that? Because everybody loves nitrogen. Ugh. There's entire islands invaded during World War II, taken over and made sovereign territories of the United States and British Columbia. Yes, British Columbia. Canadians. Snaky Canucks. You know they're all part of the Greatest English Empire. Now, up here though, hold on, there's something that's stuck. I need that estimate. It's almost loose. Oh, yes! The greatest treasure of all! The words of life! Oh, look at this. You ever read a book from the beginning to the end? Most people have never read this from the beginning to the end. Change yourselves! I'm going to read from the end to the beginning just for you, one time. Revelation 22. And he showed me a river of water of life, clear as crystals! Yes! Coming from the throne of Yahuwah and of the Lamb. In the middle of its street and on either side of the river was the tree of life, which bore 12 fruits, each tree yielding its fruit every month. And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. And no longer shall there be any curse, and the throne of Yahuwah and of the Lamb shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him. And they shall see his face, and his name be upon their foreheads, and night shall be no more. And they shall have no need of a lamp or of the light of the sun, because Yahuwah Elohim shall give them their light, and they shall reign forever and ever. And he said to me, these words are trustworthy and true. And Yahuwah Elohim of the Kodesh Nabim has sent his messenger to show his servants what has to take place with speed. See, I am coming speedily. Baruch, blessed is he who guards the words of the Nebuah, the prophecy of this book. And I, Yochanan, saw and heard these words. And when I heard and saw, I fell down to worship before the feet of the messenger who showed me these. And he said to me, see, do not. For I am your fellow servant and of your brothers, the Nebim, and of those who are guarding the words of this book. Worship Yahuwah. And he said to me, do not seal the words of the Nebuah of this book, because the time is near. He who does wrong, let him do no more wrong. He who is filthy, let him be more filthy. He who is righteous, let him be more righteous. And he who is set apart, Kodesh, let him be more set apart. See, I am coming speedily, and my reward is with me to give each according to his works. I am the Aleph and the Tav, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Baruch, blessed are those doing his commands, so that the authority shall be theirs under the tree of life, and to enter through the gates into the city. But outside are the dogs, and those who do enchantment, sorcery, pharmakia with drugs, those who whore, the murderers, the idolaters, and all those who love and do falsehood. I, Yeshua, have sent my messenger to witness these to you in the assemblies. I am the root of the offspring of David, the bright and morning star, and the Ruach, the Spirit and the bride say, come! And he who hears, let him say, come. And he who thirsts, come. And he who desires it, take the waters of life without paying. For I witness to everyone hearing the words of the nebuah of this book. If anyone reads, if anyone adds to them, Yahuwah shall add to him the plagues that are written in this book. And if anyone takes away from the words of this book of this nebuah, Yahuwah shall take away his part from the book of life and out of the Kodesh city which are written in this book. He that bears witness of these says, yes, I am coming speedily. Amen. Yes, come Adonai Yeshua. The favor of the Master Yeshua HaMashiach will be with his Kodeshim. Amen. May Yahuwah be praised, and may you go look for the great treasure places where Yahuwah has hidden his precious word. You are the precious Segulah, the precious treasure of Yahuwah. And all who believe on his son, Yeshua, shall surely be saved. They will not lose their reward. So come to the mountains where we can offer sacrifices of praise with our lips. And look in every cracks and crevice to hunt the souls of men. Because indeed, our Messiah is coming, and with him will come our great reward. I love you. Live dangerously. He was hiding under the Bible, along with the biggest crystal I've ever found. Look at him. Beautiful. Oh, nice. I came back up for one more look. It's so hard not. He gets a fever. So cute. Buddy, so we found some snacks today. All right, I got it cleaned up a bit. Let's see. Quite special. Beautiful. Well worth it. Gotta battle that frustration. You know what? If the girls hadn't come today, I wouldn't have found these at all. Because of their perseverance. They're the ones who actually got me to the Cave of Treasures. Not my own doing. I was gonna give up and just smash rocks on the side of the hill. They're like, let's keep going, Dad. I'm so glad they did. It was their endurance that got me there. He has his own ways. Yahuwah has his own ways of getting us to the treasure. He knows the pace of life I'm in. And maybe I can just learn to go slow. And understand that he can always bring me the treasure because I'm carrying my little child right to me on the side of the road. It'd be better for me not to try to finish my absolute piece de resistance and lose my family along the way. Better to take it easy just and see that Yahuwah will provide everything I need. And it's just right timing. Whether it's the little crystals from the side of a hill or the oil to keep the lamp burning. Keep it burning, y'all.